Production and mixing can be extremely complicated tasks, but the tools you're using during those processes don't need to be. If you're overwhelmed with production and mixing, I've got news for you. It's easier, quicker, and cheaper than it's ever been to get those radio-ready results that you are looking for. Hey there, music makers. I'm X O'Connor, and today we are looking at 5 Waves plugins to help simplify the production and mixing process. The criteria for a plugin to make it onto this list is simple. It needs to have minimal controls and complexity while yielding maximum sonic impact. So first up, we've got CLA VX DeReverb. This is a newer plugin from Waves, and it's a lifesaver for music makers or anyone dealing with any type of recorded audio really that don't have a perfectly treated recording environment. With one single knob, you can remove the room sound from recorded sources, giving you nice, clean audio to work with and not having to worry about the sound of the space in which the source was recorded. This is going to save you hours and hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in room treatment. Let's check out how it works. All right, we're in Pro Tools and I have CLA VX DeReverb pulled up right here. I've got a really roomy vocal here that I want to get rid of that reverb. This is going to show you how easy it is to correct the room sound on your recording. So this is without the plugin.
Alone, alone, alone.
A lot of space on there. Let's turn the plugin on, and let's just set this to singing, and then we got one knob to turn. Let's see what this sounds like. Here we go.
Alone, alone, alone.
The room sound is gone. Without it.
Alone, alone.
With it.
Alone, alone, alone.
Far more manageable. This plugin is incredible. Next up on our list, we've got the Renaissance Compressor. Compressors come in all kinds of different flavors and are rarely labeled in ways that make sense to anyone. The Renaissance Compressor eliminates all of that confusion. All the controls are labeled clearly and intuitively, and it has a few switches to change the actual flavor of your compression as well. It's really a one-stop shop for all of your compression needs. So here we've got the Renaissance Compressor open, we've got threshold, we've got ratio, we've got attack and release, and a little bit of gain. All the basic controls you need. If you want to change the flavor, we got some buttons down there, but everything is labeled nice and clear, really easy to use, and that's what I love in a compressor. Let's plop it on a guitar here real quick, and let's just see how easy it is to get some compression going quickly. All right, so we got a little bit, it's grabbing everything, it's kind of punching those transients out a little bit more. Let's hear it without it. Let's hear it with it. Makes it feel nice and consistent, gives us a really solid basis to build around with this guitar. Do you know which element of your production everyone is paying attention to at all times? It's the vocal. And do you know what perhaps the biggest factor in vocals sounding amateur versus vocals sounding professional is? The tuning. And this next plugin is here to save the day on that front. Allow me to introduce Waves Tune Real Time. Slap this guy on your vocal channel, set the key, adjust the speed a little bit, and you are good to go. Let's check out how easy it is to step up your vocal tuning game. We want to make sure our vocals are great and in tune, and doing that with Waves Tune Real Time is an absolute breeze. Let me show you how to set it up just real quick. There's just a few things you got to do. First, we got to set the scale. We come down here where it says scale. We're in G today. And we're going to set that to major because it's in the major key. So we got that dialed in. Now the speed up here, this is going to tell us how quickly the tuning takes hold. The faster it is, the more unnatural and effecty it feels. So maybe in some pop styles, that's an awesome thing. But this is a little bit more organic. We're going to slow it down just a little bit. I like to start in the 30s. Note transition, we'll leave it right where it is. So let's take a listen to it. I've got it bypassed. Let's just hear the vocal raw. Here we go.
Living like a king. I feel like my heart has grown new wings.
It's cool. There's a little bit of looseness in there. Let's tighten it up a little bit. We're going to turn on the Waves tune.
Living like a king. I feel like my heart has grown new wings.
It's pulled it all together. It's making it feel nice and consistent, just making sure everything's locked on to the desired pitches in that melody. This is an essential plugin for any producer. You gotta have it. If you guys are liking this list so far, hit that subscribe button. And while we're on the subject of vocals, as I mentioned a minute ago, they are the element that everyone is listening to. So in addition to them being nice and in tune, they need to sound great sonically as well. This is the most complicated part of production and mixing to nail the sonics of, but nailing those sonics is a lot easier thanks to CLA Vocals. 6 simple controls will get your vocals sounding radio ready in no time. Let me show you how. So this is what vocal mixing used to look like. And this is what vocal mixing looks like now with CLA Vocals, all those plugins into one powerful tool with literally 6 controls. This is what the vocal sounds like without CLA Vocals.
Living like a king, I feel.
And this is what it sounds like with it, just on the default setting.
Living like a king.
Already we've got a little extra character and some delay, but that's not all. It's easy. We've got presets built right in. This one here is one of my favorites. It's an instant in-your-face pop-sounding vocal.
Living like a king.
You see how it just jumps out at you, and that was one click. 3 controls is all it's using just to get that vocal right and present, exactly where you need it to be for your songs. If you're loving how these plugins are working and you want to add them to your collection, make sure to check out the links in the description. We've got links for all of these down there. So we've gotten rid of the bad room sound with clarity. We've gotten control of our dynamics, and everything is gluing together now thanks to the Renaissance compressor. Our vocals are in tune and sounding money thanks to Waves Tune and CLA Vocals. So what's left to do? We need to make sure our mix altogether feels nice and in your face and very well balanced. Is there a simple plugin we can use to help us accomplish this task? Yes, there is. The last plugin on this list is an outlier that is often overlooked and undervalued. It handles EQ, enhances stereo width, and can add enormous subharmonic information to keep those mixes thumping down in the subs. Crank it up, get the level nice and in your face, all with an easy-to-use, simple interface. The plugin I am talking about is the Infected Mushroom Pusher. This plugin can be used on individual elements. I use it on kick drum, snare drum, bass, and drum loops all the time, but it really shines on subgroups or the entire mix. It's incredible what a few simple mouse moves can do with this plugin to elevate your mix to a whole new level. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is an amazing tool that I just even learned about recently, and it has revolutionized how I work on so many different things. But just look at this interface. This is what I love. It's simplicity itself. Highs, body, lows, push, stereo image, everything you need on a 2-mix or even on individual tracks with one knob attached to them. What's not to love about that? It makes it easy to just get things exciting and rocking really quickly. Let me show you a little bit of before.
I'm like a fella rolling on your goodies, golden kisses.
Now with.
I'm like a fella rolling on your goodies, golden kisses.
Instant excitement, drawn in, good level, nice body. If you're listening on a phone, throw some headphones on because you have to experience this difference in its glory. Or if you got speakers going, you're already doing the right thing. My goodness. Let's give it an A-B one more time, just for the folks in the cheap seats. Get those headphones on. Here we go.
I'm like
Without.
a fella rolling on your goodies, golden kisses.
With.
I'm like a fella rolling on your goodies, golden kisses.
If you're loving this thing as much as I am, if you need this plugin in your life, make sure you check out the links in the description below. This thing will elevate your songs instantly. I have just blown your mind with some cheap and incredible plugins that will be a game changer for you. If you like saving money and you're looking for that one high-end mic to use on everything that doesn't cost high-end money, then check out this video that we made.
I think that's pretty good.
Is that all right?
I think that's good.
That's actually what I look like half the day.
Yeah.